Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So we're going to discuss P-Valley Season 2, Episode 6, and I think it's called Savage. It's very interesting. And I'm not going to do this video really long because I just want to touch on some of the most important highlights of them all. And I want to start with Big Teak. It goes to show you that when you locked away for a while and when you had a traumatic life, and you go to jail and things happen and you come back on the outside, not everybody could deal with the outside world. You get what I'm saying? And it just showed up until the points. Ever since Big T got out of jail and Little Murder was, riding with him and helping him, being his security, he was a ticking time bomb. Something was going to happen. Either he was going to get killed or he was going to kill somebody. All right? And you could tell that he wears on his face, he's troubled. He's troubled. And he's so quick to react to just different things. But he's also, Murder's, that's his dude, that's his friend. He doesn't really know how to pay the gas pump. It's just he just had to learn a lot in the world. And I think he couldn't get it in his head that, okay, I could adjust to this. There's so much going on and it's moving fast. He couldn't adjust to it. He watched the news and he just see what's going on. So in this episode, he went back to the house where he used to live. And it's all messed up. It's like a trap house now. And he goes to the closet. Because I was wondering what he was doing. He goes to the closet and it showed a little boy with blood on him. And that was him. And he told Little Murder the story about his mama, how the devil was in his mama. And the devil was in the CO that, the prison person, the inmate that shanked, I guess, Little Murder. And how the devil was in him too. And I think Little Murder felt something. Because when he bought him the car. And he felt like, okay, we trying to get you back out into the world, to do your thing, whatever. But that still wasn't enough. So he was riding around with Teak. And I think he felt like Teak wasn't right. So when it was over there by this little area with the water and stuff, talking and everything, he was like, where I could drop you off at. And Murder was like, nah, I'm rolling with you because all you're going to do is get in your head and stuff like that. So when Teak took that gun out, I was like, oh my God, what in the heck is going on? But before that even happened, Teak had the gun in the car when he was at the trap house at his old house. And, Little Murder thought he was going to cop something. But he saw the gun in the glove department. So he took the gun out with him. He was like, yo, you don't never, come to these kind of places without your gun. And he was like, all right, true. So they left. And that's when they ended up over at that place where it was just quiet and it was by the water. They was talking. And he was reciting a rhyme that Little Murder wrote in 2017. And, or what he wrote to him, while he was locked up in the hole. And he told Murder, that's not the first time I've been in the hole. He started telling him about his life and things that he'd been through and stuff like that. So when they was getting ready to go, they was in the car. And of course, Murder didn't want to let him go. But he took that gun out and he put it to his head. And I was like, please don't do it. Please don't do it. And I just had a feeling he was going to do it. And you could see the fear, the concern, everything in Little Murder's eyes. He was trying to talk him down out of it. And then when the camera left there and you heard that gun go off, I was like, oh no, what the F? It went off. And Teak could just not deal with the outside world. At first, I thought he was crazy as hell. But then as the episodes kept going on, he just couldn't deal. And people who are locked up in jail for 20 and 30 years, and they come out and the world is brand new, some people go crazy and do things to get locked up again so they can feel like, okay, this is where they belong. Because the outside world is not what they thought it was or what it used to be. That's a big adjustment. And with everything he had going on in his mind and what happened to him as a child, he just could not make it on the outside. So we have that. So rest in peace, Big T. You'll be missed in the rest of the episodes. Last week we lost Rome, but I don't feel bad about that. But I do feel bad about Big Teak, you know, dying in this episode. Now we had 6 episodes. It's moving fast. This show is moving so fast. I think we got like 2 more episodes until another season occur. So many things happen. Okay, so now the next thing I want to talk about is Diamond and what's her name? Big Bone. Honey, they was getting it on. Okay, they was getting on, but as he didn't want to look at her face because he see Keyshawn. And I think at that moment, it's not about him thinking about Keyshawn because Diamond is into the spiritual stuff and Root. And I think he knows something as bad is happening to her. That's what I think. That's what I got from it. Let me know what you got from it. I think it's not only Keyshawn on his mind like that and see her laying there, and it's like something is wrong because he's into that spirituality stuff. And of course, Big Bone caught that and it was like, okay, what's going on? But the thing that got me, she was like, why you keep coming in that condom? Let that nut in my mouth. And I was like, oh my God, this is raunchy. Like, what? Girl, pump your brakes. Why you want to go with that man kids in your mouth? I was like, It was raunchy. Okay, I was like, wow, they really pulling out the stops with, they really pulling out with this one. So he seems like he interested in her, but I don't know if it's only sexual. Because Diamond, his mom be elsewhere at times. So I don't know. But he still has that ring up there, sitting up there, Montavia's ring. And she sees it and she was like, what's going on? He's asked for protection. So I just hope nothing happens to that. Don't let nobody mess with his stuff, okay? And then they started going at it again. So, he got his little thing going over her. Now, how can I say this? What's the next thing that happened? After Big T was murdered, Little Murder went to Uncle Cliff's house. Now, his grandmother opened the door, and he came out there, and Little Murder had blood all over his suit, and he was like, I'm not okay. And the way he said it, his voice was cracking. He was just, it really bothered me because we never saw him like that. And I was like, wow, like, damn, like, what's going to happen from here? So, of course, Clifford was there for him, gave him a hug and took him inside. So I just hope their relationship could bond further, but I wonder what obstacles they're going to throw in, because, they're always throwing some obstacles. So I wonder what obstacles they're going to throw in, or they're going to let them just ride smooth, Uncle Cliff and Murder. So back to Keyshawn. Okay, she got a bruise. She's got a black eye because Derek is whipping her ass and stuff like that. And when he went out to go to work, he was like, do you want to come? And she was like, no, my face, whatever. He is tracking her phone, okay? He's tracking her phone. She had that pink gun that Autumn had, that she took out the locker. She still have that. She had it inside the walls, the vent area, and she was getting her bags and she was trying to leave. This man took the battery out the car. I'm like, yo, he is really like, I can't stand Derek, and I hope something happens to him. Either he gets locked up or she get the hell away from him. But I think Keyshawn going to end up killing Derek. I really do. I think she's going to end up killing him. But he better not kill her. I don't think they're going to let that happen, though. But I think she's going to really end up hurting Derek. And I really do. I hope she do. So she can't go nowhere. She left her phone in the house. Okay, because she didn't want him. I guess she knew he was tracking her. So she left the phone in the house. When she realized that she couldn't go nowhere, she went back in the house. When he came home, he was like, you didn't move all day. And I'm like, how did he know? I said, oh, he tracking her phone because her phone was on the table. I said, look at this shit here. Craziness. So I really do hope Keyshawn get out that relationship. Now, let's talk about Coach, Farrah, and Mercedes. For some reason, and I just thought about it, I think Coach and Farrah set this up. Not so much as coach, but I think Farrah set it up like that so that he can get some type of hint or idea that they were screwing around before without him, so that he could leave Mercedes alone because she feels threatened by Mercedes. Even though Mercedes don't talk to her mean or down her in any type of way, I think she did that on purpose. And he didn't pay her her 40 stacks. So you didn't want to pay her. Because how did you know that they did something? Because the way she was doing stuff, y'all having a threesome. What do you think is gonna happen? They're gonna be touching on each other. You're gonna be doing what you're doing. But I guess he felt like something was wrong in that moment, and was like, "Oh, you never was into this, and now you do all this." And she was like, "You never asked me what I wanted. You never asked what my desires was." So I think that was all a way just to end, Mercedes from being around. So this episode was deep. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Of course, Haley running around with Andre, and of course they finally went ahead and laid down and did what they had to do. I'm sick of Autumn in a way. But anyway, it was a good episode. I really enjoyed it. It was good. If you watch the episode 6, Savage, let me know, and I will talk to you later, okay? But before I go, does it seem like Autumn got a lot of names? Because, honey, Uncle Cliff called her Autumn Nightmare. She called herself Lakeisha. Lakeisha Savage. It's crazy. And now she has Haley. This woman has a lot of names, okay? But I do like the name that Uncle Cliff gave her, Autumn Nightmare. That's what I like. That's what I like. But anyway, P-Valley, it had its ups and downs, but it was a really serious episode. I just feel so bad that Big Teak is not going to be in any of the episodes. I really would have loved to see him overcome what was going on with him and lived in the world, but some people just can't. And he was just one of those people who just can't live in the world after he's been locked up for so long. But anyway, all right, you guys, that's it. And I'll talk to you later.